What's going on, everybody? It is WildWilly, and today the tree stands and tripod blinds were finally freaking released for the Hunter Call the Wild, and this has been a long time thing coming. Wow, that was really messed up, but a thing that should have been added to the game, in my opinion, a lot sooner than what it is right now. But regardless, you guys can go ahead and pick up this DLC for $4 in the Steam store, just like everything else. And this is actually my first time playing the Call of the Wild since the true racks were actually added. So I went ahead and I purchased the DLC. We're here at our store right now. Go down to portable structures. You get tree stands and tripod blinds. Each one is $16,000, and I'm really looking forward to playing around with these. The visual camouflage is 80% on a tree stand, and same with a tower blind. I'm kind of curious to see what the big difference is going to be. They both weigh the same poundage and everything else. You got a snow camo, you have a conifer and a timber conifer. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and pick up a timber one real quick. I'll pick up two of them actually, and insufficient flux. Gosh dang it, looks like I'm gonna have to shoot something. I don't have enough money. I am so sorry about that. So I'm probably only going to be taking out this 338, the Mosin. Which, do I even have Mosin ammo? Yeah, right there. I wonder why I was hunting with the Mosin, but why didn't I have it in there? Anyway, so I'm going to take out 90% of my callers, all my callers actually, because we're going to go ahead and jump to the woods and start setting stuff up. What I'm really curious about is we're going to do this. Oh, we have... Oh, darn it. That wasn't too smart of me. Okay, cool. I can fit one of each. So what I'm really thinking about doing is like I do on the Hunter Classic, and that is actually set up. Why do I have... Hold on. Oh, shush, ducks. Is actually have tents by all my tree stands. So you can just fast travel there, change the times, and everything else like that. So I got a few spots in mind, so I'm gonna go ahead and change the game time. I'm gonna go ahead and get these blinds set up and probably relaunch this map and maybe grab a bow and go from there. I'm telling you guys, I think the sky is the limit with these finally getting added, just because it gives you that... Why did it add two? I want to, but anyways, it gives you that extra advantage. I could set one up right on this hill and overlook and be 400 meters with the 22, just sitting there planking ducks as they land. So I'm looking really forward to this, and there's so many different spots. There's so many different places you can put up some of these stands, and I can't believe I wasted my money on picking those up. It kind of makes me upset, and I don't quite know why I only can carry one on me at a time. But I have been rambling on for about 3 minutes now, so I'm going to go ahead and stop here, put up some blinds and, well, tree stands. Not blinds anymore, not pop-up blinds, tree stands. So I'm going to go ahead and get to it, and hopefully we can kind of get a good idea on them, see kind of how we put them up. So let's get right into it and find a spot. And that's all we can do, right? Let's go ahead and try to locate a nice location. I got a few spots in mind, one of each, I think, for now's video. So I'm gonna go ahead and get over there and start putting up some blinds. All right, we've made it to our first tree stand location, where I think I want to put this tree stand, and that's over this little pond right here. And we actually have black-tail bucks and does all over the place. I want to keep it pretty far from them, but not quite this far. But I want to try something real quick. They are 150 meters out. Cannot place tree stands. What's going on here? Hold on, let me figure this out. Oh, look at that. That's nice. Come on, get it just right. Right there. Okay. Okay, that's not nice. But when you place the tree stand, it didn't spook anything. That was the real test. Now, how do I get out? Okay, exit. Okay, but that was the true test. Oh, no. Oh, goodness gracious. Don't move, blacktails. R, disassemble. All right, so that was the first test right there. And that was, I wanted to see if it spooked them. But apparently it looks like it does not. So now we got to find the right tree with the right angle of the fadangle. And look at all these blacktail bucks. This could be... Part of me kind of wants to put a little tower tripod right here. You could post up right here, scope it out, call them in a little closer, maybe shoot one or two with a bow. You know what? I think I didn't bring one. All right, so I'm not too sure what to do here. All right, I think we're gonna put down a tent. Speed up your crouch walk, dude. We don't have all day. Okay, come on. Let's get pretty far. I'm gonna take this a little ways back just to be on the safe side here. Because I haven't watched any of the live streams, the teasers of this. I haven't watched anything, so I'm kind of just setting this up kind of like I would the Hunter Classic. That spooked them. Right there. That just spooked them. Look at them all. Goodness. Goodness gracious. All right, so I kind of saved you guys. I'll probably play a little bit of what just happened when I was setting up the first tree stand. But I kind of came over to my elk honey hole and moose and everything else, and it's changed. It's all whitetails now. So I think this will be a great test to go ahead and try to see how close, or maybe get within 100 meters of an animal and set up a tripod blind, which you probably will see what happened before this video, or this, not video, but this clip itself. And we have got an abundance. Oh, there's the elk. Hey, they're still here. Okay, cool. I like it. I was just kind of getting skeptical about putting a tripod over here, because that is $16,000 just to sit there, and hopefully we get a positive investment out of this stand. Holy guacamole, it definitely looks like we will. They look good. Racks on them look decent. That first one we looked at definitely looked like the bigger bowl of them all. But we got within 150 meters of the blacktail, and we're able to put up a tree stand in a tree without them spooking. And then we placed a tent at 160 meters maybe, and it just spooked them. So I'm hoping I can find a decent spot out here in this field and go ahead and set up a tripod, a tent, and then you can kind of fast travel back and forth between your stands, which in all reality sounds like a great idea, just like the Hunter Classic. But I definitely want to investigate more on how the tree stands work, and if they've maybe changed the spook. I mean, they kind of got to, now that they have tree stands, kind of make it more like the Hunter Classic, where you drop a deer, a bow is what's 80. A newer bow is almost silent. I mean, it's almost silent. So you got to think they got to change that their sound, or the render distance of you shooting with a bow and arrow, maybe down just a little bit, now that they've implemented a different way to hunt these animals. But we got to be getting close. I know there's somewhere along the bank. Oh, right there. So they're a good ways out still. So I think I'm going to belly crawl this. I'm going to play it really safe here. I'm going to try to get within 100 meters of them, pop up that tripod, and go ahead and grab out that 7.62 Mosin rifle and put a shot on one. Kind of want to see with the sway, you know, if you have to still hold your breath, like compared to the Hunter Classic and everything else kind of like that. And we're almost actually there. I think once we clear this little tree right here in front of us, we should be hopefully within a 100-meter shot of them. I only decided to do this because our wind is perfect. And then after that, we got to find a nice little tripod location around here. I'm going to go ahead and pull up the map real quick and kind of show you guys where we're at. There's actually a blind right here. Majority of the animals I see, though, are through this river right here and down around here. So I'm thinking if we can find maybe a high spot, probably right straight out in front of that tower blind right there, and find a nice decent spot to put up the tent. On good wind conditions, we can probably post up there and call for elk, moose, and now whitetail. It's been a while since I played the game. 72. Oh, goodness gracious. Not the tent, not the tent. Oh my goodness. Oh, they spooked though. They spooked. 72 meters, they spooked. No. I didn't bring calls. Oh, I'm shooting them. We gotta take a shot. We gotta take a shot. We're taking shots. I think that was a horrible idea. Are we hitting him? Yep, he's hit a couple times. All right, so 72 meters, they kind of get spooked. This really isn't a bad spot, only if I can see around the corner over there. But we have got... Oh, you can I seriously deploy this? I really thought I could just deploy that right there. So, and space to exit. So our breath, it seemed to hold very steady. I think I held my breath after the first 2 shots, just to try to zero in on that deer. But that didn't quite work. So 72 meters might be a little bit too close to try to go ahead and place down a tripod and start taking shots. So I wonder if it's some kind of render distance. I'm gonna have to, like I said, I'm gonna have to play around with this more. So expect probably more Call of the Wild content, and they are still roaming around over there. Luckily, I got the 7.62 locked and loaded. There's a doe. There's a buck over there. There's this one. There's that one. I reckon that thing should be down. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to track this thing down, and then probably go ahead and fast travel over to the other tree stand I have set up, and go ahead and maybe try our luck with a bow sitting over in that stand and kind of see what it feels like. So I'm gonna go ahead and track down this medium bleed rate with a flesh wound hit on this whitetail buck. All right, rock on. He didn't go too far at all. So we got flesh. We actually only hit him in the spine, and the thing still ran. Man, Shreks are kind of nice. It's gonna have been a great buck. Wow. Nice. Cool. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and head back to our first tree stand that we set up in the very beginning, where we ended up spooking them off of it over at the blacktail honey hole. So go ahead and stay tuned. I will be right back. All right. Well, apparently a beaver has ate my blind. Not too sure what that's all about, but I do know it does do that on the Hunter Classic all the time. So hopefully that gets fixed, because I don't think there's really any reason a beaver could have ate down this big ass tree right here. Pardon my language, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying it. I'm kind of really flustered right now. Because how does a beaver gnaw through a tree within 5 minutes? I really hope this doesn't end up spooking them. Because we just seen one. We're entering it right away, just to make sure. All right, we're up. So first impressions of the tree stand is, I am very terrified, because you have free range of movement, and it's kind of not tree stand like. But first, I'm gonna give out a call. We got a bunch of blacktails over there, and I got just tree stand. My hotkeys are all over the place right now. I'm just flustered. All right, we'll give out a nice snort wheeze real quick. See if maybe we can get one of these bucks to come on over here. If not, we got the 7.62 to go ahead and take them down. But this is the black-tail honey hole. I'm sure there's a million different ways you guys could think of setting up a tree stand for this place. And I'm getting really flustered, like I keep saying, because, okay, there we go. Got your binos are out. Okay, there's a good blacktail over there, 150 meters away. And I reckon that's a lot of blacktails over there. But are we likely to, I don't, okay, you can't fall off. Okay, whoo, that makes me feel a little bit better about myself right now. Ooh, okay. So 150 meters out. Got some decent blacktail bucks over there. I don't think we're gonna be able to call them in. I kind of reckon that you're gonna have to try to look at more are coming and coming and coming. Holy cow! Jesus! Look at them all. Wow. I kind of think what we're gonna have to try to fumble around with this when you're trying to hunt them off of water. That's a nice buck. You're mine, buddy. Not you. Move. Let me see Jimmy. Jimmy. Hey, Jimmy. But when you're doing this, you're gonna have to get pretty freaking darn close. Let's go ahead and take it. All right, I'm not holding my breath. We still got decent amount of sway. Decent amount of sway here. Can we? This might be really. I might have 200 IQ right here. No, you can't prone. I was really hoping that you couldn't. But I really don't think we're gonna be able to call them bucks off. I don't think we're gonna be able to get those bucks to move from the current location that they are at to get to us, just because they're feeding. So that kind of changes how I look at this all over. You're gonna have to kind of find a cut through area of where bucks are moving or animals are cutting through. I really want you, but I just cannot seem to get a spotting on you to kind of get an outline of where he is at. So I'm gonna wait, take my time, and take a perfect shot, and hopefully we can get ourselves a good blacktail buck. All right, he stepped forward a little bit, and while I've been sitting here, I've been actually calling also, and it just kind of dawned on me the potential of the tripod blind for the African map or Medved or any open area. As long as you don't get within 150 meters and deploy it, it seems like you can be all set, because we just deployed it and they are at 150 meters. So this could be a big bonus to the rifle hunters out there. So this could be pretty interesting, but I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to take a shot right here. He's hit. He's hurting. He is really hurting. That one's hit right in the neck. That one's gonna go down fast. Woo! All right, so we should have 2 blacktails down just like that, and all we had to do physically was fast travel to this location. But you have to remember that you're gonna build pressure up in your area. I'm sure you guys already can tell we're getting purple right here, and I got a bunch of purple going up this way, and then we're starting to get a little dark spot right here, and that's not good for when you want to be tree stand hunting. I kind of feel like the tripods, in my opinion, are going to be more of an advantage on open maps, because you get 150 meters away from them. You pop up that tripod. I don't know why my bow just pulled out. You pop up that tripod and you go ahead and just take your shot. 150 meters, as long as you're using the right caliber and you can hit a vital shot, should get the job done. Let's just kind of half a dozen one way and half a dozen the other way. I really want to try to find that sweet spot. We double tapped this one, actually. That's awesome. Try to find the sweet spot and get some good tree stand locations for everybody to go ahead and try. And I'm sure there's gonna be plenty more people out there who's gonna be doing the same thing. So you guys have such a wide variety of content when it comes to these new tree stands. And we actually have 2 bucks down right here. I believe this is our first one right here. And this is the one I hit in the neck. Oh, we shot stomach and liver. It dropped pretty quick. Cool. All right, and here is our last one. This is our biggest one. And integrity bonus. Okay, let's not talk about this. This was a level 4. He's pretty decent. He looks pretty cool. And he looks like he's kind of yelling right there. But anyways, so I think that's going to go ahead and wrap it up. I think these are going to be a great addition. I just kind of hope they keep adding on to it and kind of fixing miscellaneous stuff right there. 150 meters. If there's a buck and grunt and he hears a snort, wheeze, a rattle, or anything else like that, he is going to be on a mission to get over there and prove that he's the dominant buck, which is I really hope they can find a way to kind of implement that kind of stuff to make bow hunting in a tree stand kind of a little bit more slower, or what they really need to do is make the animals on a movement pattern. And people can argue that they are, but then you can argue that they're not, because you can watch animals literally spawn in at certain times and certain locations. So that's my opinion, not yours. So I really hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys can get out there and test out these new tree stands. And I just want to know what you guys think about them so far. So until next time, you guys, hunt safe, shoot straight. We'll see you guys out there.